School trains you to recall. Reality rewards you for embodiment. Memorized knowledge sits on the surface of the mind. It can be repeated but not used creatively. Integrated knowledge sinks into the nervous system. It becomes automatic, a way of moving, deciding, perceiving without conscious effort. The conscious mind is slow. It can only hold about 40 to 120 bits of information per second, just enough to think a sentence or plan a small action. The unconscious mind processes around 11 million bits per second. It handles pattern recognition, timing, coordination, intuition, all the things that feel natural once a skill is integrated. This is why real learning doesn't happen when you're thinking hard. It happens afterward, when the skill sinks below awareness and begins to run on its own. Integration is not repetition, it is transfer. A skill becomes real only when the brain stops trying to remember it and starts being it. I learned this first through my hands. In high school, I became obsessed with Japanese pen spinning. For weeks, my fingers fumbled through movements that felt impossible. Then gradually, the motion stopped being something I was trying to do. It began doing itself. The skill had migrated out of thought and into muscle. That is what integration feels like. Years later, I realized the same process happens intellectually. I have always been terrible at memorizing details, facts, dates, even the plots of films I love. But when I revisit old notes, I find the ideas there have already shaped how I think, even if I have no memory of the moment they entered. The mind absorbed them, metabolized them, and wove them into perspective. That is learning in the only sense that matters. A skill becomes real when you no longer have to remember it. You inhabit it. You think from it, not about it. Memorization builds scaffolding. Integration builds identity. And once something becomes part of who you are, it does not need effort to maintain. It reinforces itself. It extends itself. It compounds. Learning, then, is not a task. It is a gradual reorganization of the self.